Hi guys, how are you doing? It is my hope that you are well. I'm fine, and I'm so happy once again to be here on the Vima Show. For those who are new, this is the Vima Show where we deal with the love issues, relationship tips, marriage, inspiring stories, ideas of businesses, the men in business, the women in business. In fact, we talk about everything that can empower you as a person. And so thank you so much for always coming back and watching our content every time. We really appreciate so much. And thank you for always subscribing. I can see we are really growing. And thank you so much for sharing our content and also subscribing. And I've realized that some of you are watching and you've not really subscribed. Please, can you just press that subscription button and can you subscribe on our channel? Because I told you just the other day I posted on the WhatsApp, and I was trying to tell people that we are going to bring some cooking shows because most of you are really demanding for that. And I hear you. Remember, I always say that as long as it's something that is positive, something that is going to help you as a person, I am ready to do that. And so in fact, this week, I know this episode is going to drop on that is on Thursday, and so this week, that is on Friday evening, be ready for a video of cooking. I know most of you want different items, but we are going to start with the most asked for. So be ready and stay tuned. We are going to be doing some shows, and that is the cooking shows. We will do a lot of new recipes. We will be doing, so whatever you want us to cook for you, whatever recipe that you want us to try, and of course you want to learn from us, please feel free to share. And even on the comment section, feel free. By the way, you can comment right now on the comment section. What do you want us to try? It can even be Chinese recipe, it can even be Indian. Whatever that you want us to do, we are going to do it for you, because remember, whatever you say, that is our command. Whatever you request, it is our command. And so thank you so much for always coming back, always supporting our work, always supporting King Studio, King Catering, always supporting King videography. In fact, right now we are doing everything in an event. So if you have an event, feel free to contact us, because we are going to surprise you. We are going to do great and a lot of good things and good stuffs in your function. So thank you so much because of everything, and I'm so happy because I get to even share my heart out, because most of the people are just trying to tell me that it's like whatever you're doing, you're passionate about it, and it's true. Whatever I'm doing here is passion. No one is paying me, of course. I've not yet gotten there, but please, can you let us work towards getting to the the part whereby we will be among even the paid ones, because I know that is where we are going. But this is passion. Marriage, me and marriage, I love talking about it, because it's always my joy to see people doing well in their marriages. It's always my joy to see you doing well and flourishing in your relationship. Okay, as a woman out there, it's always my joy to see you doing well in whatever that you do, in your career, in your profession, in your relationship, in your marriage, in your business also, because without money we cannot right now we cannot do anything. You cannot even transact anything without money. So woman out there, you're listening to me today, this conversation is yours. And so without much ado, let me get into the topic of the day. But before I tell you the topic of the day, I have a food of thought, and I was trying to think of something. We the millennials, we have the millennials and we have the Gen Zs. I think how we were brought up, the millennials have a different background compared to the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are feeling that they need to express themselves. They feel that they have the right. They know their rights, But for the millennials, we have been brought up in a background whereby you cannot even express yourself. Yes, I know most of you can bear me witness that it is so hard to express how you feel. You being a millennial is so hard to express. Maybe even if someone steps on your toe, you cannot even speak and say, you are hurting me. You are not supposed to do that. Some of us, sometimes we feel that it's wrong to speak or rather to raise a voice to a person who is elder than you, but for the Gen Zs, I know that is a bit but very soon we are going to have that topic about the controversial issues with the Gen Zs and also the millennials, and we are going to contrast it. But for today, I just wanted us to focus on how most of our backgrounds were when we were being raised up. I know many of you here who are watching, you are millennials, and because YouTube always refers to me and it tells me that most of you who are watching my videos are the millennials. I know you've been raised in such families such that you would not even wish to bring up your kids in such environments. For example, most of us have been brought up in those families that there's a lot of abuse. And sometimes, because my topic is, do we feel that sometimes we can groom our daughters? Do we feel that we can really groom our daughters to be, or rather to be abused in future? Sometimes you feel that whatever you are doing right now, your daughter might think that it is very okay for a man to do that to them, you see, just because of them. When they are growing up, they see how your husbands are treating you, you see. And this is something that has really, most of you have brought up the question they have inboxed me about this question about women and abuse. How is it? Is it because of us? Are we allowing too much to be done to us as women? Or are we allowing our daughters to say that it's okay to be abused, and that, are we trying to groom our daughters to be people to be abused in future? Are we trying to groom our daughters, our girls, to go, or rather to be ready to say okay to being abused by a man, or even being abused in their workplaces? That is what I wanted to talk about, because I really want to be a voice of reason here. It is not okay to be abused. As a woman, it is not okay to be abused. And that is what I've come to tell you today on the show. A fellow woman, you are in a relationship, because some of you have really shared some intimate, and of course I will not disclose the names, but I can share because someone out there will be encouraged, someone out there will see, so it's not okay this to happen to me. Some of you have really shared that they are experiencing abuse. It can be emotional abuse, it can be physical abuse. So most of you are really experiencing this physical abuse. And why should you let a person, mostly they are in marriages, so the men out there, and you are listening to me, that woman that you marry, that woman you are in a relationship with, you are not supposed to be physical with them. You are not supposed to abuse them physically, because that is a person with their own thoughts. That is a person with their own thinking. So I don't expect, if you disagree, we always say that in marriage, you are disagreeing to agree. So if you are a person who will never allow conflict to be in your family, I tell you, you are not ready for that marriage. And I tell you, if you're in that marriage and you are, as a man, you are trying to prove your ego, believing that you are the man of the house, and so you can even beat the woman who is there, let me tell you, that marriage will not work out, because that is a complete person. That is a complete human being. And I always say, if the two of you you came together, you agreed to settle down in a marriage. But right now, those days when, the honeymoon stage, when you kept on calling each other the pet names, when you referred to one another as my baby, my love, what happened? What happened really? That is my question today. What happened? That is the person you kept on praising. That is the person you kept on calling all the time, confirming, are you okay? Have you eaten? Have you woken up? That is what you used to do. But right now, you are seeing them as a monster. Right now, you can even slap them. You can beat them. Yes? That is not how it's supposed to be. And I always tell you people that if you are never brought up in a very good marriage setup, always ensure that a good marriage comes from you. If you are never brought up in a very good and nice family and a peaceful family, always ensure that a peaceful family comes from you. Okay? If most of you feel that maybe you're in that situation, you believe that no, I think this is too much, or rather, I am in this marriage, but I'm condoning abuse. This person is really abusing me physically. There is no a night that passes by without them coming and being violent with me and beating me. That is what we call domestic violence. And please, we should never allow that. As a woman, do not allow violence in your life. As a woman out there, I am here to speak, to be a voice of reason to you. Do not allow any emotional abuse. Do not allow any physical abuse to be done on you, okay? Because you are more than that. You are better than that. And I don't expect a man who is very sane. I know today I'm a bit so serious because this is a serious issue. And I've seen that it's out there. We are I don't even know whether we are in the 21st century. But I think that if we are in the 21st century, it is almost coming to an end. So I believe that things have really changed. Let us go with the power that everyone matters. Every soul matters. As long as it's a human being, someone who is, as they have got their own mind, someone who is mature, someone who has agreed to settle down in that family, let us ensure that there is peace. If you come and have some disagreements with your partner, it is very okay. But you should never solve them using violence, okay? As a man, for you to show us that you are the man of the house, you don't have to be violent. You don't have to use maybe violent words. You don't have to fight with your partner just to confirm that you are the man in the house. You just need to speak. You just need to sit down and have a conversation and say, this is what you did wrong. And I told you, I mean, this is wrong. I don't expect you to do that for me. And so every time you have that discussion, let it be a peaceful one. Because the moment you introduce violence in your home, that now it becomes an habit. Every time it becomes a habit. And for you as a woman, the first time they slap you and you stay there, you don't even confront them, you don't speak your mind, you are encouraging that. The next time now it will be that a beating. You see? And so for you to realize that, anyway, this is abuse. I never signed up for this. It will be too late. People are losing their lives out there. People are dying. People are so many sorts of things are being done to people, to women mostly, because of allowing physical abuse to be done on them. And so this, whenever the time that you are watching this, the episode 8, or rather in or from, I want to tell you that physical abuse is a no way, okay? It is a no way. And if maybe you have issues, solve them amicably. If you have issues with your partner, even it's better you involve a third party so that you can have a peaceful conversation, and of course something that is going to bring a peace in your family. Someone out there is asking, what can I do as a woman or rather to say no to this? Okay, and that is now the guideline that I want to give you, because many times things will happen. This community that we are living in has really showed us that women are inferior, but we are not. Women now they are owning places. Women are becoming, there's a term that I had the other day. We had a conference, and so I love that term a lot. It talks about being a dynamite woman, someone who can, you are just filling places, you see. You are someone who will just go in an office and then you fill that position. You are someone who will not let anything to belittle you. That is what I refer to, dynamite women. And so as we continue with this discussion, you are out there, you are experiencing this, please say no to that, okay? Stand for yourself as a woman, okay? Stand for yourself, because you are a person who matters. You matter a lot. In that family, you matter. In that relationship, you matter. In that business, you matter, okay? In that, maybe it can be maybe a friend, maybe you are in those groups that the chamas and everything. You matter in that, okay? Ensure that you take your position as a lady. Ensure that you take your position as a wife. Take your position as a mom in that family. Take your position as that important person, as a wife, as that person that should be respected in that family. And so don't allow anyone to make you suffer. Please, we are living in an era that has so many issues. There is a lot of financial issues. I don't expect you to start straining in your, just because you are allowing someone to cause sufferings to you. Don't allow anyone to cause sufferings to you. The other thing that you need to believe in is that ensure that you love yourself. Appreciate yourself, okay? Give yourself the first priority. Before others, love yourself more. Because, the moment you realize that you are giving others 100%, you are giving others 100% of your time, you are not even trying to give yourself some time just to love yourself, just to take care of yourself. That is now what starts triggering you to accept any form of abuse from any other person, okay? So the first thing, ensure that you love yourself. True love starts with you. True love, for you to love your partner, for you to love another person, it all starts with you. Number one, by loving yourself. And then after you love yourself, and that's why even the Bible tells us that love yourself as you love your neighbor as you love yourself. So it all goes back to you. Do you love yourself? Do you appreciate yourself better? When you work, do you even get some amount of money and say, I need to treat myself. I need to do this. I need to wear well. I need to dress well. I need to eat well. You see, I need to just have a vacation and relax. Those are the things that you need to do as a person, and ensure that you love yourself better and more, so that you can now be able to love another person. Another thing that you should not do now, it is that you should never allow yourself to be even abused verbally. You will come and tell me, I'm in this relationship, my husband does not beat me, is not physical with me, but he verbally abuses me. Matusi. That person will never, their mouth does not have a break. Do not stoop too low for that. Don't allow anyone to abuse you verbally. Okay? Hata kama mmekosana because of what has made you to have that conflict, please let it not go to that extent of verbally abusing one another. Most of the men tell me that women are the ones who verbally abuse them. Please, women, let us be wise women. The Bible tells me that a wise woman builds their house with their own hands. So don't be the one to demolish your own house. Be the wise woman who will always build their house in their own hands. And you build your house with understanding. You build your house with wisdom. You build your house with knowledge. Okay? The other thing that you should do, it is to recognize your position as a woman. What is your position? We are living in an era whereby some women don't know their position. Some are rushing to get married, but they don't know their position. They don't know that they have gotten in that family to be the wife. They have gotten in that family to be the mom to be in future. You see? So someone will be depending on you. When you give birth, someone will really be depending on you. They will be trusting you. They will be believing in you that you know the right way, help me follow it. You are getting in a family, you have to understand your position. Recognize that you are important in that family. But the moment you get into a marriage and you feel you're inferior, you feel that you are not in the same level with your partner, that is what allows them to start abusing you. Because you don't realize what is your position as a lady in that marriage. What is your position as a wife? What is your position as the female CEO in that company? What is your position as the wife? As the business owner? You being a female, what is your position in that business of yours? The moment you try to show the men that you are inferior to them, they will definitely take advantage of that. I know there are good men out there. Please do not start throwing stones at me. I am talking about those men who are the men who are egocentric. They feel that everything rotates around them. I'm talking about the men who are narcissistic. Yes, that is the word. Narcissistic. They feel that they can treat women just like a sex toy, or just like anything. They can toss it up and down anyhow and the way they want it to be, or rather they want it. That is not I'm talking to those men that they need to change. They need to understand that fellow women matter. The fellow women matter a lot. The other thing is, as a woman, do not torture yourself. Don't torture yourself for your family. Don't torture yourself for your kids. Okay? You need to be there for yourself. Show up for yourself. I always say that a cup, you cannot give more than you have. You cannot pour into other people's cup more than what you have already. So every time I always pray and tell God, please God, pour into my heart so that I can pour out more to other people. Because the moment God fills your heart, the moment he fills your cup, now you will have more. There will be an overflow. So you will use the overflow to fill other people's cups. And that is how it's supposed to be. Do not torture yourself. Don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of your kids. Don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of your husband. You have a life to live. Your children have a life. Your husband has a life. So the moment you start sacrificing everything, you're just giving in. You're giving in. There is no receiving back. You will start now getting into depression. You will start now overthinking. You'll be drained. In fact, emotionally, you're going to be drained. Physically, you're going to be drained because you are just going to be giving and giving and giving and never receiving anything. You see? And so when that happens, now you'll start feeling like this marriage is not working. You'll start feeling like you are desperate for more, because your cup has not been filled. So ensure before you pour out into other people's cups, ensure that your cup is already filled. That's another topic. We will talk about that and elaborate more on maybe in another episode. How do you fill your cup? How do you ensure that your cup is filled so that now you can give more and more to other people? Then the other thing you are supposed to do, it is reclaim your emotional space. So many people have become so open. They don't have boundaries. Here I talk about boundaries. Do you have boundaries as a woman? Do you have some emotional boundaries such that huwezi pita hapa? Even when we are talking, you cannot bypass the boundary. Ensure that you have your own emotional space. And don't let anyone Don't let anyone step on that emotional space of yours. That is your safe space. That is the space where when you feel drained, that is where now you go and, of course, you have your own conversation. You talk to yourself. You try to think about yourself and you try to elevate yourself more and better compared to the other times. Ensure you reclaim that emotional space because you need it. Then the last point that I have today, it is protect your space. Protect your peace. Okay? As a woman, I expect you to be a peaceful person. For you to have that peaceful marriage, you have to give us that peaceful environment, that good surrounding, that peaceful environment. It must be with a lot of peace, because the moment whatever you give as a lady, that is what will transform into your home. If you are that person who is always so mouthy, so noisy, you cannot even be silent. You keep on speaking and speaking negative things. You keep on confessing a lot of negative things about your partner. You keep on confessing a lot of negative things about your children. That is what will happen. There is power in the tongue. Whatever you speak, whatever you confess, it will happen. And so as a wise woman, ensure that you protect your peace. Whenever you see anything bringing a discomfort, anything that tends to look like it wants to bring some conflict, anything that will try to play with your peace, anything that will try to disrupt your peace in that marriage, in that relationship, in that business, please work well so that you can ensure that there is peace. Okay? In your surrounding, ensure that there is peace. And when you do that, that marriage is going to work out well. That relationship will work out well. If it's a business setup, it's going to work out well. Because whenever the CEO has peace, peace will always flow. When you have a CEO who is so noisy and mouthy and they are all over the place, that is what will happen to the other employees. Ensure that you create an environment that you would be proud of as a woman. That is my last point. Create that environment that you would wish to have. If you are the boss, if you are the wife, if you are whoever you are, ensure that you create an environment that you are proud of. Okay? And so with that, I'm hoping the men have had the conversation. I'm hoping you as a lady, you've heard what I've said. May the Lord help you. If you are there and you're facing some abuse, I don't know what form of abuse, you are there and you are facing that form of abuse, you can say enough is enough. Okay, you can say no more now. I think you've gotten enough. Please, can you just I feel like telling you that, like that man in the Bible who had, was paralyzed for 38 years. When Jesus came to him, he started now complaining, he started giving excuse. But Jesus told him, stand up and take your mat and go. So I'm not saying you go, but ensure now you understand who you are. Understand your identity. You are more than that physical abuse. You are more than that emotional abuse. You are more, because you are an empowered woman. You are a great woman. You are a woman who is a woman of substance. So thank you so much for always watching our content and subscribing to our content, and even liking. Keep on liking, by the way. Keep on liking, keep on commenting. If you have an issue that you feel that you really need to share with me, please, you can give me your details on the comment section, and I'm going to inbox you, I'm going to inbox you. I'm going to be very intentional on this. If you have an issue, just say that, just give me your number on the comment section, and then we are going to talk even that situation, okay? Before it's too late. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I hope you've had our conversation today. So God bless you and be with you. Thank you.